I don't know a time where I didn't want to be an actor. I always joke that I popped out of my mom and I knew I wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be an actor. I've always been in love with acting and being on the big screen. So I've always wanted to be an actor. When I started out, when I wanted to be an actor, I was so excited because I had grown up watching Kareena and Kajol on screen, and I wanted to be exactly like them. I was so excited to sing and dance and perform and act and just be on the big screen. So I was kind of just going with the flow. I would do everything my directors would tell me at that point. But a lot has changed with Gehraiyaan. This is the kind of film that as an audience, if I had seen, I'd have said, I wish I was a part of it. So I know that with this, I've kind of almost tasted blood in a way. And I want to continue doing more work like this because there were such magical moments in this film, between action and cut. I just really, really, really got into it. And I felt so free and liberated. And that feeling, every actor, I guess it's kind of hard to describe, but they've all felt it. It's that moment of truth that you discover in a certain scene. And I'm craving for more of that now. As an audience, I like watching all kinds of cinema. So I don't want to put myself in a box and say, "Mujhe ye nahi karna, mujhe wo nahi karna." But I definitely know that going forward, I want to keep developing my process, keep making my craft better. I want to keep improving and keep working on myself. And I'm craving that moment of truth in any film. It could be in any genre of film. It could be in any kind of cinema. But I want to be very honest and truthful as an actor going forward. I'm not very good at handling stress and pressure. Sometimes, I always pride myself on being this very chilled out person, but sometimes, I'm quite young also. Sometimes it gets to me, of course, but I try to detach myself, spend time with my friends and my family and kind of ground myself in the real world, do things that make me happy, make time for myself. As actors, we're so busy. We have so much going on. We're playing so many different characters that we sometimes forget about taking care of the person and the human that we are. So I try doing that as often as I can. So I have a digital social responsibility called So Positive, which is, it tackles, I wouldn't say tackles actually, but it works towards creating a safe space on social media and a kinder environment. It began with addressing cyberbullying because I felt like it's such a prevalent topic in our generation, especially. So many things have moved on to social media and the digital space. And there was so much negativity, trolling, this cancel culture and hate. And I felt like no one was talking about it or addressing it. So it was meant to start a conversation on that. And it's gone more into the space of just spreading kindness and being a good person and just so positive. Yeah. It's been great. Before the pandemic started, I was actually visiting schools and colleges and meeting with the youngsters and talking about the problems that they face on social media. And I'm hoping that, once things get better, I can continue doing that because nothing replaces, having a real life conversation with people. And we're doing a lot more exciting things which are going to come up this year. But I'm just happy to, meet people, talk to them about their stories so that they don't feel so alone. Because, when something like this happens, you feel like it's only happening to you and you're the only one in the world who's going through it. But then when you talk to someone and you are like, oh, okay, it's happening to them also, it gives you courage to talk about it, come out there, get help if you need it. No, I'm a firm believer of to each their own. It's up to you what kind of boundaries you want to set, how much you want to share, what you want to speak about. As long as you're not hurting someone else, I think you're free to do what you feel like. I actually was talking to Shakun and I was like, I don't know who I am because I feel like I'm so many things. Sometimes I'm extremely chilled out, but then the next moment I get hyper about even the smallest things. I'm the kind of person who loves being around my friends and family. Like, it's really important for me to be surrounded by my loved ones, just laughing and eating good food and watching films, reading a good book. I love traveling. I'm goofy, I guess. I try to be funny. I don't know if I actually am. And I think I would like to say I'm an honest person, and I'm trying to be a better actor every day. Honestly, the kind of person that I am, I emphasize a lot on loyalty and trust. So I don't think I would be okay with cheating. But with this film, we've learned that we shouldn't be judgmental if you don't know everything about a situation. So I would like to believe that I wouldn't know how I would react unless I'm in the situation. But if you ask me straight up, I would not be okay with it. I think the emphasis that Shakun put on preparation before we started this film, we almost had 10 days of workshopping, all of us, not just alone. We kind of had workshops together. We would have table reads, we'd have acting workshops, we'd have intimacy workshops. And Deepika was doing all of these as well, even 15 years after she's been in the industry, because as an actor, you have to keep learning and you have to keep growing. So that's something that I want to take away from this film, which is the emphasis on preparation. We were one of the first few film shoots to start working, I think. And at that time, we still continue to take all the COVID protocols into consideration. We were in PPE, the crew was in PPE kits and masks and shields. So it was definitely very scary. We were getting tested very often. And as soon as we could get vaccinated, we've all gotten vaccinated. So it was challenging at the beginning. But I think as a film set, we learned to live with it. And I think as humans also, we're slowly learning to overcome it. No, of course. No, I mean, I don't think it affected the intimacy of the film in that way, because we still, once we were tested and once we made sure, we were kind of in a bio bubble as well, because we were all in Goa and no one could leave and come back. So we knew we weren't meeting anyone besides ourselves. So, besides one another. So, I don't think so much in that way it did affect at least the co-actors and the performances in that way, but it was a little unnerving to see only half of Shakun's face when he's giving direction. No, definitely. It made things much safer as an actor. We felt much safer on the set, because things were done with a certain procedure and a certain protocol. On sets we have an action director and a dance director, so why can't we have an intimacy director? And there's been so much conversation about the intimacy in our film, but actually what we've tried to do with an intimacy director, Dar Guy, our intimacy director, is to normalize it. We're not trying to be scandalous, so we're not trying to sensationalize it. It's shown in a way to drive the narrative forward. And once people watch the film, they will hopefully feel the same way as well. But just from a safety perspective, it felt reassuring to discuss things like consent and boundaries in a scene, because we've not had that before. And we hope that is a start. We hope that more films, more production houses also understand that intimacy directors should just be a part of the team as any other part of the team. I'm hoping that we don't make any more remakes. I'm really happy with this path that we're going down, where we're kind of telling original, braver, complex stories. So I don't know. I'm kind of in that phase where I don't really want to see more remakes. No, I think it's all one industry now. As you said, pan India. I think it's the Indian film industry now. In the pandemic, especially, we've had access to so much regional cinema. I'm working with a South director, Puri Jagannath sir, and I think they have a very strong vision. They know exactly what their audience wants. They create some different kind of magic as well. So yeah, I personally don't know how I feel about remakes anymore. He's watched it twice.
तो क्या
You
बोला
know,
कैसे?
he's my biggest cheerleader. He's so proud and he's so happy, and he's just happy that I'm happy, because that's something that he's taught me from a very young age, to just enjoy your work and be a good person. So he's an extremely proud father. It was amazing. You know, Sid and I are very, very good friends. I call us Tom and Jerry because, we fight a lot, but then we also love each other a lot. And he's a great actor. You know, there was so much that I could just play off of him. I think the fact that we're such good friends in real life also kind of helps our chemistry and our scenes also. And I'm doing one more film with him, and I'm really excited to be back on set with him.